October 2nd, 1918. The Argonne Forest is a maze of mud, shattered trees and fear. The 77th Liberty Division, mostly New York draftees, is ordered to advance no matter the cost. Their objective: seize a vital road deep in the forest to cut German supply lines. Maps are unreliable, communication is chaos, and the men are barely trained for this nightmare. Major Charles Whittlesey, a reserved lawyer-turned-officer, leads the charge into the unknown. He doubts the plan, but orders are orders. At dawn, Whittlesey's battalion pushes forward, bayonets fixed, into a storm of artillery and machine gun fire. They reach their objective, but soon realize something is wrong. The units on their flanks have been stopped cold by German resistance. Whittlesey and his men are alone, deep in enemy territory. Surrounded by silence and shadows, they become the tip of the spear, and the first to be cut off. The forest closes in. The nightmare is just beginning. The Lost Battalion is born. The trap snaps shut. The Germans encircle Whittlesey's men, cutting off every escape. 554 Americans are stranded in a ravine, outnumbered and outgunned. Rations are gone in a day. Water is a deadly risk. Snipers cover the only stream. Hunger gnaws, thirst torments, and the wounded cry out in the darkness. The enemy taunts them. "Surrender, Yankees!" Whittlesey refuses. He quietly pockets the German surrender note and orders the flag raised. The men dig shallow trenches with bare hands, desperate for cover. Each night brings cold, fear, and the groans of the dying. The forest is no longer shelter, it's a prison. Still, Whittlesey's resolve holds. Surrender is not an option. They will fight or die on this patch of French soil. The siege begins. Days blur together in a relentless struggle for survival. German attacks come in waves, grenades and machine guns raining death. The wounded pile up. There's no medicine, only rags torn from uniforms. Captain McMurtry, the lone medic, works tirelessly with nothing but grit. The perimeter shrinks, the dead and living share muddy foxholes. Sleep is a memory, every sound could mean another attack. Whittlesey moves among his men, exhausted but unbroken, a quiet anchor in chaos. Runners sent for help never return. By the third day, a third of the battalion is dead or wounded. The survivors are gaunt, hollow-eyed, bound by suffering and brotherhood. They fight on, not for glory but for each other. The Argonne has become their hell. October 4th. A new terror, the whistle of American shells. Relief turns to horror as friendly fire rains down on the Lost Battalion. The coordinates are wrong. Their own artillery is killing them. Explosions rip through the ravine. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The psychological blow is devastating. Death by your own side feels like betrayal. Whittlesey watches in agony as his command is shattered. Communication is gone. No phones, no runners. Only one hope remains, a basket of carrier pigeons. Desperate messages are sent, but the first birds are shot down. The shelling continues. The men are at their breaking point. Their last hope is a single, fragile bird. One pigeon remains, Cher Ami, dear friend. A desperate message is scrawled. Our own artillery is dropping a barrage directly on us. For heaven's sake, stop it. The note is attached. Cher Ami is released, but lands on a branch, confused. German snipers open fire. The men scream, "Fly! For God's sake, fly!" At last, Cher Ami takes off, bullets whizzing past. The bird is hit, falters, but keeps flying, wounded and determined. The men watch, breathless, as their last hope disappears into the sky. The shelling continues, but now there's a sliver of hope. Would the message get through? Would help arrive in time? In the mud and blood, all they can do is wait. The fate of the Lost Battalion hangs on the wings of a single battered bird. In the Argonne, hope is as fragile and as brave as Cher Ami. Tune in to Part 2 to see the fate of the battalion and sad ending of Major Charles Whittlesey. History Icebreakers.